That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we've seen the flashes throughout his 4 years in the league, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season where he only played 10 games. Has to eliminate the costly turnovers at 52 in 4 seasons, and he's hoping the new coach Liam Cohen can unlock his untapped potential, and it has to happen right now.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We'll call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Demetrius Knight. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
5-yard gain.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well in this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Open man is Yoshibas. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And they'll start on the ground. ETN. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Again, it's Lawrence. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
9 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Another toe for ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
ETN up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They work now on 2nd and 9. yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down.
And it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence. Touchdown! Travis Hunter, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point attempt to come here. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A gain of 4.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3. From midfield now, Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
That's good.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. And to throw again is Lawrence. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Still going inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 62 yards. And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
Jaguars 14.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3s, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Now Burrow. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. An inside give, Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action with Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 18 on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 24.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Lawrence will throw. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 24.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
Now it's Burrow. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
For a Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Burrow will throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the deep.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have come back to make it a 2-point game. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Thomas brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunter. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 30-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll get that underneath ETN.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
ETN is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after try forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Burrow. It's caught inside the 25.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
For a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. Now a give left side, Brown with it. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 9.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting Like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. The man in motion is Brown. Now Lawrence. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Here's a give to ETN. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll go again with ETN. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
In motion left comes Brown. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Oh, he's got that wide open, complete.
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Hunter
With his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score, Jaguars.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this to the 32.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 7.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He will find his man Chase complete.
A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action.
This one complete to Yoshibas.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To the air again, Burrow. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Burrow.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That was short one to Gesicki. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Lawrence will throw.
He completes it to Hunter. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lawrence. incomplete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
First down, Jaguars.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A short throw there to Strange. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. In motion right here, Hunter. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
They'll run with ETN. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 4 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff for ETN.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they pass.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Bengals 16.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 3.
Burrow looking to pass.
Open man is Yoshivas.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that will be incomplete. Pass knocked free there by Tyson Campbell.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Jacksonville.
Waste of time.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Shamar Stewart in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here's Lawrence. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First down, Jaguars.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
This is Hunter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. B.J. Hill picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is Chase, complete.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here's Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Draw play for Brown. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Now Lawrence. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Jaguar 1st down.
Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now Lawrence. That is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. One more time with ETN. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Down and goal.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, good-looking return setup here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
A gain of 4.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So this will be a win for